Everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for another weekly recap of Love After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 3, and it was called Date with Destiny, whatever her name is. Yeah, Destiny. All right, y'all. Let's jump into this hot ass mess. We got a new couple on here. They didn't really show them too much, just a little blurb of them, but I'm hoping that they show more of them or whatever like that. Before I get into that, y'all, did y'all see that we finna get another Life After Lockup, but it's gonna be a 4-part series, and my favorite couple, Angela and goddamn Tony, gonna be on there. Child, I cannot motherfucking wait. Do you hear me? I cannot. I'm getting my voice ready, my Angela voice ready for y'all, because I cannot wait. But it ain't coming out until September. I cannot wait for it. But anyway, back to this one. We have Shonda, she is 28, and we have Tyrese, that's 49. Tyrese is the guy, and he is going to be dating Shonda. So he said he's an engineer. He is considered a hot commodity. People think he a player and all this other stuff, but he not into that. He real romantical. He like long walks on the beach and sipping champagne and caressing a woman, loving her. He wants, he just wants to love. He wants someone to love. He wants a strong, independent, understanding, big booty ass woman. That's what he wants. That's all a man want. And he got that in Shonda. He said Shonda is his woman. Okay. He said he was bored at work one day and he was just scrolling and he saw an ad that said chat with some prison women. And he was like, oh no, not prison women, a pen pal women or some shit it said. And he was like, oh yeah, I think I might do that. So he checked it out. He saw Shonda's pics and she had a fat old juicy booty. And he said, that is the one. He said, oh yeah, she a little cute too, but she got that donk. So we see that he had like a little collage of little pictures and stuff like that because he has actually met her in prison. So he has went to the prison to meet her. They have only been talking for 2.5 months. He said you can have 100 women, but you can only love one. And Shonda is the one he loves. She's supposed to be getting out of jail, I think like the next day or something like that when we saw this. Let me make sure. I can't remember, and I don't think I wrote it down. He has 3 children. He has not told the children that he is dating somebody from prison, but he did tell his best friend who he is meeting at this like clothing store or whatever like that, because he want to buy some clothes for his boo thing because she don't have no clothes and she finna be getting out soon and he don't want her coming out bucket naked. I mean, maybe he do, but he don't want the world to see her bucket naked because then they gonna see her fat booty, her little fat juicy booty. So he there to get her some clothes. Now Tanya, what's that her name? No, Tangi, my bad. Tangi says she know that the girl in prison, but she don't know nothing else about it. She was like, I don't even know this girl's name. So she started asking him questions. And she was like, well, how old is this girl? He was like, don't laugh now. Don't laugh. Oh, she 29. I'm 28. What? He was like, yeah, I know I'm 21 years older than her, but it's okay. It's okay. She was like, And she a jailbird? Like, she ain't say this to him. She said it's outside. She was like, she a jailbird? He's spending all his money on her. This a whole scam or whatever like that. And she told him, like, I wonder why she like you or whatever. And because he was saying, like, he spent all this money on her. How much did he say he spent? I don't think he said it. No, he didn't say how much money he spent on her, but he's spending a whole lot of money. In that clothing store, he paid $560 for them clothes. And I said, them clothes, they looked at vintage, like, and I'm like, why he go, whatever. He want to get the best for his boo. So, and then he said he was constantly sending her money. So who knows how much money he actually sent her. But Tangi, like, look, he's sending money to me. If I was in jail and he was sending money to me in jail, I would love him too and I would want to be with him too. I'm like, you got a point there, Tangi. And this is the girl's second time going to jail or whatever. And I think she sold drugs or whatever like that. So this is finna be a whole goddamn mess. I think that was pretty much all we had got on them for this round. Let me make sure, y'all. Yeah, that was all that we had got on that couple. Like I said, they really didn't do like a big thing on them. Christiana and John, they really didn't have like a lot going on this episode. Basically, it was like a long ass trip from the jail to the woods. And she did at the because remember, it left off where he was asking her to marry him. And she was like, oh my God, my stomach is bubbling and stuff like that. But of course, absolutely, I'll do it. So she said yes. They hopped in the limo and stuff. She was still geeking. He poured something. I don't know. It looked like not apple cider, like grape cider. What's it? It's not grape cider. Sparkling wine. Grape sparkling wine. because he was spilling it all over the place, but it could have been actual wine. I don't know, child. But they headed over there to the wood area and stuff like that. She has no idea, but she knows, she like, it's gonna be a good day because I saw the limo and child when before she got the limo, the prisoners was like, yay! They was cheering off from the sideline. I say, what in the hell? But she got in, and she was like, I saw the limo pull up, and I kept wondering like, who's going home in the limo, and it was me. Like, I can't believe it. So like I said, she real geeked and stuff like that. She smiling the whole way, and she was like, I can't be late to the halfway house. And he was like, I know you can't be late. I don't want you to be late. Because if she late, basically, and her PO is basically like an asshole. Remember when, they had got lost. They was like hours late. And Michael got in trouble and he went back to jail or whatever like that. That could actually happen to her. Because if she not checking in on time, they can feel like she a flight risk, that she leaving, like she escaping and stuff like that. And they can lock her up and send her back to jail. So they got to be there on time. That's why I'm trying to figure out why he was risking it. Like, just get married later. Like, if the girl really into you like that, and y'all at the halfway house, I mean, not y'all at the halfway house, she at the halfway house, like, really, where's she gonna go? And if she was that into you, like, she would have married you regardless. So I don't understand why he was just rushing it too much. It just didn't make any sense. But at any rate, they get to the thing, and she like, oh, this is a nice little campsite and stuff like that. I can't be late. He was like, yeah, I know, we got 13 minutes or whatever like that. And she was like, well, what is this? Oh my God, what is this? This is for me and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah. So then he get out the car and then he tells her, well, I thought that I would have a crazy idea that we could get married right now or whatever like that. And she looking like, okay, like she didn't really think about it. I think she had just said yes to say yes. So she really wouldn't hurt his feelings, or she was scared that he would go somewhere or whatever. But you could tell on her face that she really didn't want to. And even in her confessional, she was like, she was overwhelmed. She didn't know what to do. He brought a dress, child. Why this dress? When I saw the dress, he guesstimated her weight or her size. When I saw the dress, I said, I couldn't even fit that shit. That thing looks way too small. That thing looked way too goddamn small. So the lady, I don't know who she was. I think, was she his friend? I know the guy was his friend, but I don't know if the lady was like the officiate or something like that. But at any rate, she takes Christiana to the back of the truck, and they put like a little thingy up so she can get undressed. Of course, she couldn't fit in the dress. So she was like, well, she can't fit in the dress. This, not working and stuff. So he gave her a jacket and was like, put your prison stuff back on. And then the lady was like saging her or doing something with like smoke and, getting her ready, basically getting her prepared. And she was like, I'm going to ask you a couple yes or no questions, and you can say yay or nay and let me know, if you, ready to do this and stuff. So she had asked her, like, are you ready to do this? And Christiana was just like, I don't know. Like, she don't even understand why he rushing it. She was like, we haven't even had like no one-on-one time. We really haven't had like no date, like nothing like that. So I don't really know. So I don't think she gonna do it. And if I was her, I wouldn't do it either, because the Native American Lord have mercy, wedding, he was saying like it is like you can't get out of that thing unless such and such happened. And he didn't even say what the such and such happened. So if I was her, I wouldn't do it. And she said she was Christian and she hasn't never done like any kind of Native American ritual. She hasn't even read up on it or nothing like that. So she really going in blind. So if I was her, I wouldn't do it until like he need to explain some shit to her. Like he needs to tell her like this is what this is and all this other stuff. John, he's doing too much for me. Like, she was crying. She was just overwhelmed. And he shouldn't have put her in that position to make no decision like that. If you really love somebody and really want to be with them or whatever, you got to let them make their own decision if they want to be with you or like that. Don't put them in no compromising situation where they got to think right on the spot. And if they say no, scared of what you might do or whatever like that. But if they say yes, they not even real to themselves because that's not even what they want to do. So he need to like go somewhere with that shit. We see Maurice and Jessica. So Maurice is the black guy, remember, and Jessica is the white girl, and they are married. Remember, they're a married couple or whatever like that, and they were married for 4 years. So last week we saw them. They got out the prison. Well, they got out the prison. She picked him up from the prison, and he was ready to bow chicky wow wow and stuff like that. So they in the car. he is talking to his aunt, and his aunt lives in Compton and stuff like that. But he has to go to LA, I think, to go to the halfway house and stuff like that. But Jessica lives in Vegas. So he was on the phone talking to his aunt, like, well, I'm about to get on a plane and I'm about to pop over to Las Vegas. I'm about to just be like, fuck it, and go to Vegas and stuff like that. And she was like, Aunt, don't do that. Your uncle did that. He got locked back up. I was like, well, okay. So he was like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So he was like, all right, I just do it the right way. I just get transferred and stuff like that. But he still has to hop on the plane to go to LA. He goes to, they go to like this ranch or something like that. I guess it was like a little Airbnb. So they go there, and, he got to go to the bathroom, child. He got to take a shit. So he go in the bathroom. He like, oh, this some real toilet paper. Just like some Charmin type shit. It's all soft and soft. I said, damn, that's a shame. She all sit on the couch. They done blurred out a vagina and shit. I said, she ain't got no drawers on. She got this little t-shirt on. But whatever. They sit on the couch, and so he telling her about the toilet paper and stuff. She looking all giddy and all this other craziness. Talking about something. She's scared that he just married. No, she's scared to have sex with him because it's been 2 years or whatever like that. And then they was talking about the whole family time, conjugal visit type thing. And she even said that she knows that he married her to have family time. And he don't even call it family time because he was just like, I call it the fuck room, the boom boom room, the get busy room or whatever. He was like, as soon as the door closed, I was butt ass naked and stuff. I said, child, and you married this man. Well, whatever. And I guess they said it was like a 2-bedroom suite, a kitchen, and all this other stuff. So I guess they stayed there for the weekend and stuff. I was so happy to hear that because I was like, she drove 11 hours for a day, but it was for like a weekend. So I was like, oh, okay, that was like her little getaway and stuff like that. So at any rate, he sits on the couch, child, and he was just looking at the producers like, okay, why y'all still... He like, why y'all still here? And the producer's like, oh, don't let us stop you. Go and do your thing. Like, live your life. Be free and shit. And so he was like, all right, baby, it's been 2 years. So he walked her back to the room and stuff like that. And they was all hugging and kissing and stuff. And then he put the camera people out. And then we could hear them moaning and stuff. And it sounded like it was like a quick 2 seconds. And then she was like, oh, that was good. I said, oh, girl, stop. You ain't even bust. Like, then we saw like a little clip. And they was at the airport. He was geeked about seeing the planes take off and land and stuff like that. He said he was scared because he's scared of heights. And he's about, oh, I'm a black man and I'm scared of, we scared of heights. We scared of boats. We scared of planes. I said, don't lump yourself in with all you. Just say you, sir. Just say you. But he got on the plane and stuff like that. And I was like, did they leave the same day that they came to, the little ranchy house or whatever, because she had the same outfit on and he did too. I can understand him having the same outfit. Well, no, I don't, because she should have brought her man some clothes. But why she had the same outfit on? Maybe they just stayed in the room for a little bit and bow chickie wow wow and then hopped on the plane. Because I was like, oh, that's nasty, because y'all just finished. Okay. Anyway, we see Lindsay and Scott. And I think Scott about to get played. Okay? Played. But that's just me. He ordering steaks to go, whatever like that, because Lindsay said that she wanted like a steak dinner and stuff, and her birthday is like the next day that she getting out and stuff like that. And of course he gotta go to the airport to pick her up. This man said he done already spent $15,000 to $20,000 on her, plus more, because he done brought her a $1,200 phone, all these clues, like everything, child. So he's just spending money. He wants to go get a limo, a Hummer limo at that. Like all this limo for one person. But I'm like, whatever. Child, he went to swipe the card. That bitch was declined. Decline. I said, oh, you ain't got no money, Scott? So then he was like, oh, things happen and stuff. The man was like, look, you got another card money. So he swiped another card and stuff like that, and then he was like, oh, okay, you good to go, just went through. So then he gets in the truck and stuff, and then he's driving off. Child, he said he had to shuffle some money around to make this pay this bill, pay that bill and stuff like that, because he is broke messing around with this girl. So he gonna have to basically tell her that he broke. And the producer was like, well, do she think you a millionaire or got money and stuff? And he was like, well, yeah, she thinks I got money. Like, you can't be lying to these women, because they want these things that you was promising them in jail and all this stuff. They're gonna keep wanting that stuff. Like you keep giving them, like you giving her all this stuff, and they even say he was gonna buy her a car, like all this stuff, and you won't even got money. I ain't going broke for nobody. Like you get the fuck out of here with that shit. So he tapping on the window to talk to the driver, and he asking him what his ETA is, and then they start talking about Lindsay and stuff like that. And he said he real nervous and whatnot. Oh no, I'm sorry. She said she was nervous about Scott because she don't really know him. You know, they gotta build their relationship type thing. But it had dawned on me that she was giving her interviews from jail. And I don't know, I blanked that out. Like, for some reason, I was thinking maybe it was like a pre-release or something like that, and they was talking. But she did do an interview, and she was talking about the quarantine. So I was like, is she back in jail, or did she never get out of jail? Like, somebody tell me something. I guess we're going to find out if she don't get off this goddamn plane. Because yeah, he in the airport, he waiting for her to get off the plane. He's talking to some old man, asking the old man like, what time the plane come in? The man like 8:30. He was like, okay, because the board said, why would you ask me if you just read the motherfucking board? Get the fuck out of my face. So the man like, yeah, 8:30. Like you just asked me a question, I answered your question and move on, sir. But he like, oh, okay, well, there go her plane right there. It's the only one landing tonight. So then he looking out the window and stuff like that. But he never got any confirmation from her. Last time he talked to her, I think he said it was 2 weeks prior. And she told him that she was flying into this place, to that place, to this place. But he never got a confirmation like the day of or the day before she was getting out, or not even the day before, the day before, the day of, nothing. He has heard nothing from her. So he don't even know if she's going to be at this motherfucking airport. I said, Scott, you was a fucking idiot. Like, I just cannot with him. Then we see Q and Chevelle. Well, we didn't see Q this episode. We just saw Chevelle and Q's mama. She packing her bags and stuff like that, or was getting her stuff together or whatever, because she said it was the last day before she goes to see him, because she was going to see him the next day or whatever like that. She not in agreement with him going to, was it her? Oh, the mama, we saw the mama, she was giving her little interview, and she was not in agreement with him not going to Houston or whatever like that. Because, you know, we heard last time that she wants him out of Kansas City because that's where he got in trouble at and stuff like that. So she doesn't want him there. She go knock on Chevelle's door, hotel room or whatever, and go in there to talk to her. She apologized, you know, for spazzing out on her in the car and stuff like that. But she was basically saying what her main concern is. Like, he got in trouble in Kansas City, and she don't want that to happen. And she hasn't seen her son in 12 years. And the last time she saw him, he had got shot. And then he was in the hospital. And then right after that, he got locked up. So she hasn't seen her son in a normal, you know, a normal environment or nothing like that. So she just wants to keep her son safe by her side, by her bosom, and all this other stuff. But I'm like, he grown. He gotta learn how to say no to shit. Like, you can't be by his side all day, every day. Like, he has to make those right decisions. Yes, you can support him in making those decisions, but he has to learn how to make them on his own and stuff like that. But she says she's real protective, and she is like going to fight tooth and nail to keep her son out of trouble no matter what or whatever like that. Chevelle started like crying, like, but no real tears was coming out. And she was saying like she felt blindsided. She didn't know that he told his mom about moving to Houston, because his mom was under the impression that Chevelle was going to move down there to Houston with her and stuff. And Chevelle in her confession was like, no, that's not happening. Because, you know, she got a family in Kansas City and stuff like that. So that's a hot ass mess. And the mama, what did the mama say? She was saying like she don't even think that he should be jumping into no relationship, which I agree with, because he need to get acclimated to the real world. And that's what the mama said. She said he jump into this relationship, he hasn't even, like, you know, got reacquainted with the world, basically, because the world has changed in 12 years. So he need to get back in tune with what's going on here. He got to get a job. He got to do this, do that, and stuff like that. And jumping into a relationship right away is not where it's at and stuff. And she was like, I don't want him to leave Chevelle, but I think he should just take his time or whatever, which is understandable and stuff like that. Chevelle was basically saying that, you know, like I said, she said she feels blindsided and stuff like that. And she don't know if she can trust him or whatever, because he wasn't real honest or whatever like that. The mama was like, all right, well, I'm going to sleep. And so Chevelle was like, I sympathize with her because I am a mother and I would do what's, best for my child and stuff like that. But she was like, Q gotta make a decision. She basically was ready for the next day so she can see him and he can make a goddamn decision. It's 6:48 in the morning. She couldn't really sleep or whatever like that. She geeking because she get to see her man and all this other stuff, which is, understandable. Child, she had so many bags. I said, well, is she staying somewhere? Like, I guess she's staying somewhere off the near the jail or something like that because she had a lot of stuff, but she was packing up like she wasn't coming back. So I was confused on that one. The mama was saying like 12 weeks. Oh, that's when I told y'all about him being shot and stuff like that. They in the car, they all geeked and stuff. Let him out, let him free. Get my baby out. So they all doing that and stuff like that. And she was like, I wonder what's going through his mind right now. And Chevelle was like, well, he probably think I'm going to see my mama and I'm going to get me some. And the mama was like, oh. And Chevelle was like, oh, I know, I'm sorry, TMI, but it's been 12 years, whatever, which is true. He probably is thinking about getting some. And child, they was outside and it was freezing, but Chevelle was like, I'm not really worried about the cold because I'm worried about that heat that's finna happen. And then they saw like two people coming out or whatever. Did you see it when she kept getting excited? Her eyes kept going cross. I was cracking up. I said, her eyes going cross. She about to pass the fuck out. Then the wind was lifting her weave up. I said, child, if you heard, get back in that car. But I was just like, oh, Lord. And that was pretty much it for them at this point. And then Destiny and Sean. Sean. So, Sean, he ready to see his boo. Okay, he picking out his outfit. He done flew all the way to Cali. He making her some tacos because she said she wanted to get some tacos and stuff when they got out and stuff. So he cooking his baby a meal. He put the tacos all in the bag. He didn't even cover them up or nothing. I said, ugh. He done brought everything for and stuff like that. He's showing us to which I believe is her cellmate's picture. I don't believe that was her in that picture at all. But he's showing us like this picture or whatever like that. And he like, I know this is my baby and stuff. She said she don't look like this or whatever. She gained a couple pounds, but I'm not even worried about that. As long as I'm attracted to her, it's gonna be all good and stuff. And so he's telling us about how he had to pay $5,000 and he's scared that she going, jump ship and stuff like that. But he like, I believe my boo. He said everybody hate her. They telling me I'm stupid and I'm doing the wrong thing and all this other stuff. And I was looking like, yeah, you're dumb. But he said he trusts his boo. So he outside waiting. And she calling him. And she was like, I feel like I'm gonna have a freaking heart attack. And then she was like, listen. And then she hung up the phone. He was like, well, she never hung up the phone on me or whatever like that. I'm nervous. I don't know what's going on and stuff like that. Child, she came out. Oh, God. She looked like she was messed the fuck up. Like, she looked bad, y'all. Like, I don't know if the girl was tired or nothing like that. She just was like, don't look at me because I don't have no makeup on and I don't look nothing, I don't look nothing like my picture and stuff like that. And at first, he was looking like, hello. He looked all awkward when she came out. And he was like, hi. Or whatever. She was like, hey. And she was dragging these bags and stuff like that. And he was like, you got a lot of baggage. Did y'all see the way he was running? I said, why he running like that? She's a fucking goofball. But, child, he got her like this big bouquet of flowers and stuff. And she was like, he looked older than what she thought, but she attracted to him still and stuff like that. In her confessional, she really did look good. Like but she had like a pile of freaking makeup on. And I was just like, girl, like that's not the business. But she had like a lot of makeup on, but she looked normal, like in her confessional or whatever like that. But getting out of prison, I mean, she looked it rough. And I don't see where she kept saying she gained 20. Well, her belly did look like it had a little pooch when her sweatshirt came up. It looked like it had like a little pooch or something like that. But other than that, I don't see where she kept saying she lost 20, not lost. She gained 20 pounds and you might not like me and stuff like that. Maybe she was talking about her face or something like that. Because I don't see where she gained 20 pounds. And then he was like, well, she don't look nothing like this picture or nothing like that. But I still love her. And I'm used to dating short and skinny women and stuff like that. But for her, I was making an exception because I'm attracted to her. I said, Sean, you act like you all of that in a bag of chips. If you don't shut up. But he gave her her cold little tacos, and she was tearing them things up. She was like, "This is good." And then they kissed and stuff like that. He was happy and stuff. But then he said he had some things to come clean about. He told that to the camera people. He didn't tell that to her. And he said he gonna wait to let her know. I said, Lord, what is it that he got to tell her? Like, did he not tell her about the kids? Is he broke? Like, what is going on? I want to know what Sean's story is and what he got to tell her. But that was pretty much it for the episode. I don't know if I saw what next week was going to give us. No, I don't think I saw what next week was going to give us. But hey, either way, I'm here for y'all. Like this one, it really wasn't all that popping in this episode, but it was still interesting. But what y'all think about Sean and Destiny? I don't know. I don't know. But she said she was in and out of jail since she was 14 years old. And how old? I can't remember how old she was, but baby, he is in for a time, and I really want to know what his goddamn secret is. Like real rap. I want to know what his secret is. And what else? Who else was oh, I can't wait to see when what's his name? Tariq. Is it Tariq? No, Tyrese. When Tyrese tell his children about this girl, this shit gonna be funny, y'all. But at any rate, that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. If y'all like this review, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new stuff. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.